Going good. I'm back punting pretty good, and that's something that I've really been trying to work on all spring, is getting back on good fundamentals, And during the season, I kind of slacked a little bit on some fundamentals, but that's really what I'm working on right now. And kickoffs, man, the same deal. Spring's the time, to get back on your good fundamentals and stuff, and so all that's going good.
We've watched you a couple times do some kickoffs. Seems like you're booming them again. Do you like where you're at with your kickoff game?
Yeah, I do. Toward the end of the season last year, I don't know if it was because it was my first season, my leg was getting a little dead a little bit, and they were kind of getting a little short. But we got back hitting them pretty good, so hopefully we can keep doing that.
How much will you kind of play into the field goal kicking competition?
Right now I'm not in it, and I think Devin and Weston have that covered, and he's got me holding, so right behind Dak. So if I can find a spot to hold, I like that a lot better.
I know Devin said last year he kind of didn't want to kick field goals, and so was doing it. What do you think? How do you think Devin's approaching that this spring?
I think he's kind of grabbed the bull by the horns to say, my number's called, so I have to do it. He's done a great job. You can see it, a 51-yarder into the wind, and he hadn't missed one extra point all spring, but he's been doing great.
How did your freshman season, do you think, it went when you probably got here not thinking you would play, then all of a sudden you're kicking off against Texas A&M?
Yeah, it was unique, but I wouldn't have wanted it to happen any other way. Getting called in like that was quick, was pretty cool. But I think I had a solid season, not as good as what I wanted to, but it wasn't perfect, so if it's not perfect, I don't like it. But I think all in all, I had a pretty solid first year.
If I remember correctly, I think Devin got hurt during warm-up, so when did you know
right.
you were going to...
Well, what happened was Devin had kind of pulled his groin, and I was actually talking to Josiah Phillips on the sidelines about duck hunting or something in pregame. and Devin walked over and was like, hey, I'm my groin's, I've hurt my groin, And I was like, oh, okay. And I kind of started talking again. and then he was kind of like, no, this is, you need to start warming up. And at first I was thinking, Devin's being a big brother to me, get your head focused, you're not focused right now. So I was like, all right, so I started getting focused, kicking. And then Mullen came over there and told me, he was like, you getting good and loose? And I was like, yeah. And then I figured out it was real, But, and then we got in the locker room and Devin thought he was going to try to do it. And we got back out there and right whenever we ran out the tunnel and right before opening kickoff, Devin tried to kick off one time and just couldn't do it. So that's when Mullen told me I was the guy. So it was cool happening that way. I didn't have time to get nervous or think about it too much.
As well as Devin punted last season most time. What did you figure you can bring to the punting game now?
Now, as a freshman last year, I was just trying to hit good balls and then do my job when my number was called. But now I'm just trying to, up my level and be the best punter I can be, and whatever that is, and that's what I want. So.
When we watch it, we'll see that obviously you've been out kicking Devin when y'all both punt, but that's just, we see yardage. What do you look at when you review it? Like hang time,
you have hang time, get off, foot placement. Where the block spots at. The block spots where your two shields come together and meet. If you're a foot off a block spot, that can mean a block punt or not. So there's so many factors going to just instead of how far the ball goes.